Hey folks, PK here. Welcome to another episode. So this video is my continuation with crabbing tips. And this first tip is just how I keep my crabs alive. And of course, people have their own ways of keeping them alive, and this is just my way. So first, you just put your crab in your cooler, and you can put a little bit of seawater in there if you want. It's up to you. And you also need some water. You can use seawater or fresh water, it doesn't matter. Next thing is you cover the crab with paper towels, and then you pour the water over the paper towel and make it soak up as much as it can. I've kept crabs alive this way for a very long time, even after like a 3-hour drive from Coos Bay to Corvallis, and even in 80 or 90 degree heat. And even when I get home, they are alive and a lot more pissed off. Now, if you stop at a gas station on the way home, you can just pour some more water onto the paper towels and keep it moist. One important thing here is when you cover your cooler, don't shut it completely. Make sure you vent it so they can breathe. And one of the most time-consuming aspects about crabbing is cleaning it. And this product right here is going to save me a lot of time. This is called the Kraken Crab Cleaner. It's from a company here in Eugene. It's called Teal. Their website is called tealcrab.com. Okay, can you see that right there? It's TEAL crab.com, and they sell this crab and crack cleaner. As you can see, this is actually a crab measure. Okay, and it acts as a cleaner as well. So it has 2 screws right here, and it goes into the white cutting board. It's just to hold it together like that. So it's easy to store, saves you a lot of room. It also has a plastic foam you can attach to the crab measure, and it has Velcro right there to hold it in place. That way if you drop it in the water, it's going to float. So that's kind of nice. Alright, so let me show you how to use this crab cleaner really quick. Okay, so just set the cleaner on a flat surface, and then just put you want to line the blade up at the center of the crab, just like that, and just kind of smack it down like that, and just grab the claw and the legs at the same time and rip them back like that. Okay, see how easy that is? And just kind of shake it and pull out all the viscera. See, it's very quick, very easy. Okay, it gets it very clean. It's going to save you a lot of time. So on the left side, same thing, you grab the claws and the legs, pull it back, just like that. Shake it out. Shake out all the butter. Take out the gills. Okay, there it is. That's it. Next is the crab traps. I've used a Promar TR530 for many years now, and it's caught a lot of crabs. There are a lot of crab traps on the market, but the blue Promar is the one I use the most because it's really durable. The trap has 3 doors with a one-way swing lever that only opens inward, and crabs can't escape. The top lid opens, so it's easy to remove crabs from the pot. When I put bait inside the built-in bait box, the whole pot is it's about 15 to 20 pounds, so it's pretty heavy enough that you don't need to add extra weight to it. I've also used the blue pots off crabbing piers, and they work really well. And if you're using these off piers, you can leave it down a little bit longer than you would like a crab ring. Here is a basic diagram of how the crab pots are set up and how it sits in the water. So on the bottom there you got the crab pot, and then the harness and your lead core rope, and then the buoy. And when you're doing this, I recommend you wear rain bibs just to keep yourself dry. For the harness, I recommend the 4-arm harness. They're easier to attach your rope to the crab pot, and they're not expensive. They're pretty cheap. They're about 10 to 12 bucks. For your rope, the lead core rope works best because they sink and they get out of the way of boaters. For the buoys, you have several options. You have these boat bumpers. They are very durable and they last a long time. And you also got these bullet style buoys that work well too. I've always preferred the round buoys, the boat bumpers, because they are very, very durable. They're pretty much puncture proof, and best of all, you can see them from very far away. And because they sit higher on the water, it's just easier for other boaters to see them. And when you're crabbing in a bay from a boat, you don't want to lean over and grab your crab buoy because that's pretty dangerous, and just make sure you always have a gaff hook just to make it easier for you. As for crab bait, I like to use chicken because it's fairly cheap and they work really well. Many times they go on sale where I live for about 98 cents a pound, so I just stock up on them. The good thing is the seals don't go after them, and also you can refreeze them if you have any leftover, so that makes it pretty nice. And when you're buying chicken, get the one that's really greasy. It's got a lot of fat, so that way it leaves a big scent trail. Now, of course, you can also use fish for crab bait, and here I'm holding a shad, and I want to thank Gavin and Scott for putting me onto some shad on Umpqua. And so I never really used shad before for crab bait, so I'm definitely going to be using it this fall. We caught about 20 on that trip. That was awesome. Now, of course, other fish will work too, like rockfish or a lingcod or a surf perch. Now remember that fish tend to attract seals. Not all the time, but most of the time the seals tend to kind of come around your pot and check it out, and sometimes they tear into your pot just to go after the fish. As for bait box, you have quite a bit to choose from, and they all work pretty similar. The one that I use the most is the one I circle in pink, and they're widely available and they're pretty cheap. They come in about $6-7. The one on the lower right, that one I don't recommend because the mesh is really small. It's only about 1/4 inch. And when you have something that small, the dungeness, they can't get to the bait. The dungeness, they have their claws are too big, so they can't reach through the mesh. And if they can't get to the bait, they're gonna lose interest pretty quick. And then they just wanna find a way out from your trap. And the reason you want a bigger mesh on your bait box is so the crab can get to the bait. They pinch it, they eat it, they tear it off, and while they're doing that, little small food debris is released from the bait. So the debris, they float along in the current to attract other crabs. And so that's why I use that type of bait box. For Oregon crabbing, the season is open year round, but the best time to go is during the month that ends in an R, like September, October, November, and December. And it tapers off starting from January until about late July, and then in August it starts to pick up again. If you want to find out more information, be sure to check out my website, everlist.com. Okay, so that's about it. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Have fun fishing, folks. Tight lines.